Hello everyone. In the previous lesson, we built a responsive page using Bootstrap. Responsive meaning its contents rearrange themselves according to screen size and whether the user is on a computer, a cell phone, or a tablet. We included a collapsible side menu and a user list fetched from a database. Building upon this page, we'll now be adding pagination as well as modal windows. We already had numbers and arrows at the bottom, but we still had to make them functional. The pagination will allow us to display the user list over multiple pages, which will help with performance as the list grows. We'll be listing 10 users per page and allowing to navigate with these numbers and arrows. Let's take a look at how the code evolved since last time. The user table now starts out empty. As we can see from the comment, it will be populated by an AJAX call or asynchronous call. The body of the page has an unload event that calls the load page function, loading page 1. That function performs an AJAX call to getUserPage.php, which creates the content of the user table and returns it. We're using a select class which has a select one page function calling a stored procedure getUserPage. The start index and length parameters are used in the limit clause to determine which rows to return. In order to change the number of results per page, we have two values to modify in the code. One in index.php, where we build the page navigation. Let's say we wanted 5 users per page, we would change this 10 for a 5. The page count variable is then used in the for loop to display the page numbers. The other change is in the select class. The select one page function takes in the page number and then performs a calculation on it. If we change this length variable and give it a value of 5, we will be getting a list of 5 users and the index of the first user will be properly calculated. And now if we refresh, we can see that we get 3 pages for our list of 12 users. There's a whole logic for enabling or disabling the page numbers and the left and right arrow. You can see that the current page's number is just regular text, and the others are links that can be clicked. Also, when you're on the first page, the previous page button is disabled. When you're on the last page, the next page link is disabled. This logic is in the update pagination function, which gets called by the load page function. The other feature that we added is a modal window for displaying user details. When we click on a user's name, we get a window which gives us a bigger version of the avatar as well as the user's details from the database. We also have the same behavior on the magnifying glass icon. Those modal windows work with Bootstrap specific features. The anchor for the user's name has two properties added. Data toggle equals modal and data target, which points to a div that we have in index.php with the ID user details modal. This is the div that will serve as a window and will appear or disappear as needed. Notice that we also have an onClick property which calls the display user details function and passes it the clicked user's information. The purpose of this is to populate the modal dialog with the correct information related to the user. We're using a user detail body variable and adding to it all the information from the parameters: avatar, full name, and details. Then we're using this variable to set the inner HTML content of the div displayed by the modal. I've uploaded the code from this lesson. You can find the link in the description below, as well as some relevant links pertaining to the features we used. In the next lessons, we'll keep improving this website by adding another modal for user editing. We'll create a dashboard page to display some basic statistics on the users, and we'll add login and registration capabilities. Stay tuned for more. See you in the next video, and thank you for watching.